Hello everyone, welcome back to the 18th video of the Biopharmaceutics challenge. So today we are going to cover the concept of bioavailability, right? So what exactly is the term bioavailability means? What are the types that we need to consider and what are the factors we need to consider while studying the concept of bioavailability? So number one point is what is the basic concept behind bioavailability? So bioavailability, as the name suggests, bioavailable, that is how much fraction is actually available, bioavailable. So why are we saying how much fraction is available? As we know, whatever we administer into our body, either orally, we say that it has to pass through the liver, which is the primary metabolizing organ. So because of the presence of the metabolizing enzyme, it undergoes pre-systemic metabolism. That means before entering the blood, our liver actually metabolizes the drug and reduce its bioavailability by up to 50%, right? So this is known as your first pass effect. So that means to encompass these effects, we need to administer it to other routes whereby the liver is generally bypassed. However, it is a very broad consideration that using the systemic circulation bypasses the liver to some extent. So that is why we say that upon parenterally administering or systemic administration of the drug, it is made to be 100% bioavailable. So bioavailable fraction is the fraction of drug that is present unchanged, fraction of the administered drug that reaches the systemic circulation in an unchanged form. So this will determine the effectiveness of the drug. This is the basic meaning of the bioavailability, right? So we'll come to these points. We have multiple factors that can actually affect our bioavailability. We have number one, that is the your properties of related to your drugs. That is, what is the drug solubility, what is the drug's permeability, what is the stability, and how it will be impacted upon absorption. Second we have is the formulation and delivery strategies. Because we have seen if the drug has poor characteristics, we have to formulate in a specific vehicle so that it is, when once it is administered, it can maintains a decent bioavailability. Third, we have physiological factors, because there are multiple differences and multiple variables for the drugs that are administered that may face your poor, that can have different metabolism rates. We can have different profile as compared to individual patients. Blood profile is different, gut health is different, metabolizing organs are different. So that is how the bioavailability can differ from patient to patient. Next, genetic factors, yes, to some extent we can consider. So these are some basic factors that can affect the bioavailability. As mentioned, what are its basic barriers? Number one is the poor solubility. Owing to the characteristics of the drug, we always have drug that is even low soluble will definitely have delivery constraints, so as it will face the bioavailability constraints. Then we have first pass metabolism, just we have seen in the liver how it functions. Then we have efflux transporters. Efflux transporters are the transporters that actively pump the drug, considering it as a foreign metabolite or any toxin. It actually pumps the drug out of the cell, which limits its availability to the target. And this is one of the major mechanism while we are talking about the chemo resistance, right? The drug's efficacy is reduced because before internalization, it tries to expel out the drug out of the cell. The major efflux transporters are the class of your ABC proteins, ATP binding acids, which include PGP, glycoprotein, right? Then we have intestinal permeability. If the drug faces the poor permeability across the intestinal epithelium, definitely it will impact its drug absorption as well. So this is all about the basics of your drug bioavailability. In the next class, we will see the absolute bioavailability and the relative bioavailability. Thank you so much. We will meet in the next video.